find. Glad to see that I could help make your life a bit easier. But have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
Oh boy. It's Wednesday, boys and girls. I'm sorry I'm a day late. I'm not a dollar short, but this is Butch On Sports, and you can get to that. I can get to something else here, but hey, I'm glad to be with you here. I had a sabbatical last week here. We went on all last week. I apologize for that here, and hopefully things will get a little wee bit better. Okay? So we'll give you some sports news that you can't get enough of. We don't want you to wait and delay, so let's have at it here, boys and girls. Some goodies. The Detroit Lions. What can we say about them? We will say a lot in a few moments, but I'm just letting you know that the Lions are continuing their preparation for the matchup with the Carolina Panthers with a walk-thru at the team's headquarters and training facility in Allen Park, Michigan. The Lions will return home to face the Panthers, who are 6-3 on Sunday after 2 consecutive road games over the last 2 weeks. Sunday marks the 9th all-time meeting between these two particular clubs. The Panthers won the most recent one by a score of 27-24. That was on October the 8th, 2017. That's like last year at Ford Field. And they'll do it again at Ford Field. What a lucky draw. What a lucky draw indeed. I tell you, here's some transactions for the Lions here, by the way, before we get to some hard stuff here. Detroit Lions announced today they also have signed cornerback Mike Ford to the active roster for the practice squad. And they placed TJ Lang's, his neck, on reserve injury. Okay, the Lions also announced that they have signed free agent safety David Jones to the practice squad. So just letting you know. And the following players right now listed Detroit Lions injury report list today: wide receiver Marvin Jones Jr. his knee, Ashawn, defensive tackle Ashawn Robinson his ankle. Yes, and tight end Michael Robinson's shoulder. They did not practice. Defensive end Ezekiel Ansah's shoulder. Defensive tackle Damon Harrison the senior, his shoulder. Linebacker Eli Harrell, I should say, his shoulder. Linebacker Jalen Reeve Mayburn, his neck. Darius Slade, cornerback, his knee. Tight end Luke Wilson, his shoulder. They all participated in limited practice. So things can get better. They can't get no worse than what they are right now. I tell you, with the Detroit Lions, clear my throat, excuse me, boys and girls. Detroit Lions has showed me that it doesn't take much to look bad. It takes a lot of effort just to look pitiful. And the Lions look very pitiful in their last 3 games, coming out there from the gun and showing that they are in the house. Matthew Stafford has looked very bad. But again, I'm going to take this to the level that maybe no one wants to take. It starts at the top. It starts at the top with Mr. Quinn. It starts with Mr. Patricia. It starts with those coaches, offensively, defensively, special teams, etc. before we get to the players, because these are the architects who get the Lions revved up on a Monday doing film day, give a day off on a Tuesday, come back on a Wednesday and get it all together and ready to have at it for a week worth of good hard practice and honest practice that leads into a game with some enthusiasm, some energy, and knowing that other fans are rooting for them. I did not see that from the Lions. I have not seen it from Lions for a good while. This thing is, we got to get better. We already know that. What else can you tell us? I like to hear, it's my fault. And Mr. Patricia has said that. I like to hear from Mrs. Quinn. It's my fault. I want to hear Matthew Stafford when he get up on that leg instead of always saying, we, and go pee and say, it's my fault. I did not prepare properly. Now, what goes on in the locker room, maybe when I talk to other players, I'm going to leave it there. But I'm telling you, I have not played properly. I have to get ready. I got to be better. I got to be more prepared. I got to influence others that want to be ready and do better too. And if this conversation can be held, I do believe that the Lions can come out there with a decent performance. No one gets mad with you when you try your best. But when you look like doggone the him broke wind, and you still smelling it, knowing good and well that the foul smell had left you 5 miles away, and you're still acting up, still making excuses. Put a mask on your nose and start blowing. But blowing in a direction where people can root for you and say that you're doing your best. Not doing your worst, doing your best. I'm going to say that, leave that alone. Get off that soapbox. By the way, boys and girls, there's some changes to be made in the schedule here. The NFL announced for some announcements. Further than that, some changes in some of the scheduling here. So I'm going to try to find everything in an orderly fashion. And I thought I did that. But I did. So I'll give you what I have right now here. On week 13 and 14 of the season, announcements for week 13, December the 12th, or December the 2nd, and week 14, December the 9th. Here's the Colts will move from 4:45 on CBS, okay? The NFL announced today that the schedule change for week 12, number one. There, we got it here. Week 12 on the 25th, Miami Dolphins at Indianapolis Colts. That game originally scheduled for 1 o'clock on CBS will be moved from 4:25 on CBS. The following is the week 12 of the scheduled time, and that is a change, okay? So in case you got all that good stuff there, you won't be left out. On week 13, the Los Angeles Chargers and Pittsburgh Steelers game originally scheduled for 1 o'clock Eastern on CBS. That has been moved to 8:20 on NBC. Additionally, the San Francisco 49ers Seahawks game that has been moved from 8:20 on NBC to 4:25 on Fox. That's for the 13th week. For the 14th week, boys and girls, the Los Angeles Rams and Chicago Bears game scheduled for 1 o'clock on Fox has been moved to 8:20 on NBC. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders game originally scheduled for 8:20 that particular night on NBC will be moved to 4:25 on Fox. Those are the changes when you're not doing good, bad, or ugly. I just tell you, this was it. By the way, we'll talk about the NFL this week. And, when we do our picks on Friday, Robert Griffin will be one of my subjects. Maybe making my subject now. Robert Griffin, have you heard his name in a good while? Well, he's a backup quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. One time he was a healthy guy for the Washington Redskins. And then he went into hard times. But he is on the roster for the Baltimore Ravens. And if you don't know anything by now, Joe Flacco is injured. And this team been doing pretty doggone well. So he might get a start. We're talking about Robin Griffith III against the Cincinnati Bengals. How about wait and see on that one? As I sip my water. When you come back from a call and all of the other good stuff here, your voice gets really cracky, really quick. Please, bear with me. I'm doing the sports report. I'm Butch On Sports. Detroit Pistons medical director Bernard Cordova released the following statement regarding Luke Kennard recovering from his right shoulder AC joint sprain. And he said in this report, Luke Kennard was recently examined by the team doctors from Henry Ford Health Systems. Our medical staff is pleased with how his shoulder has responded to prescribed treatment regimen. Yes, Luke's rehabilitation process will continue for an additional 2 weeks with a gradual intensification toward basketball activities. We will provide additional information and updates as appropriate. So there. Pistons, by the way, is trailing the Raptors 90-81 with 9 minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This game has been an up and down game for both teams. Pistons trailing at one time by 17, 18 points. They have now cut the doggone lead down to 9. And who knows what will happen. Toronto Raptors is a doggone good team. I've seen some things in this game with the Detroit Pistons that I'm not going to mention to maybe Friday. That maybe what they need to do in order to get better. Because I see a Raptors team right now is hungry as a wolf. And they got all their big guns out there, including Greg Monroe, who we gave up from the Detroit Pistons a long time ago, who we should never done. I'll get that on Friday, too. And a lot of people, Jonas Jerebko, okay, for the Golden State Warriors has been godsend for them on the Draymond Green incident here. Most valuable player, says his coach, Kearns. We'll talk about that later on, too. So as we follow with the NBA, as quarter season has almost arrived. Detroit Tigers infielder Nico Goodrum was named the Detroit Tigers Rookie of the Year by the Detroit Sports Media Association today here. Goodrum, 26, made his opening day roster at the major league level for the first time in his career in 2018. That was this year. Yes. He had his batting average was .245. 55 runs scored, 29 doubles, 3 triples, 16 home runs, 43 RBIs in 131 games. That's not bad for the rookie, Goodrum there. And if he gets better sooner than later, which I hope he will, and I think he can, he's going to be a fine for this particular team. He reminds me a great deal of Greg Monroe. Or Craig Monroe, I should say. And if that's the case, we got a fine in there. He finished the season tied for the league among Major League rookies with 3 games of 4 or more hits, where he ranked second among American League rookies with 48 extra base hits, tied for second with 42 walks, third with 29 doubles, and 12 stolen bases, fourth with 109 hits, fifth with 55 runs scored and 192 total bases, tied for sixth with 16 home runs, 7 with 53 RBIs, and tied for 7th with 22 multi-hit games. Now put that in your schnauzers and smell it. Pistons are coming back, boys and girls. They're down by 4. Oh my goodness. With 7:55 left to play. We'll keep her going here while we're watching the Pistons and doing our thing and eating snacks and stuff here. Hope you're eating snacks and you're listening to Butch on Sports here. Blake Snell, have you ever heard of this guy? He's not on a wanted poster in the post office. He is the pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays. He has high potential, and he turned that high potential into one of the more formidable pitchers of all of baseball. And he proved Wednesday by winning the 2018 American League Cy Young Award winner. Snell of the Tampa Bay Rays ace, he received 17 of 30 first-place votes from the American Baseball Writers Association. He was awarded in a highly contested race, and I don't think it's highly contested at all. Justin Verlander of Houston by just 15 points. Corey Kluber of Cleveland was third. Okay? Now, assuming that Jason DeGrom, who I think should be the National League Cy Young Award winner this year, and he'll be coming up tomorrow, or soon, we expect. It'll be the third time in the history of both Cy Young winners had a sub-200 ERA. Snell had an ERA of 189. DeGrom has an ERA of 170. And these pitchers played on both losing teams. DeGrom had a losing record for I don't know how long, but still pitched his rear end off. The others were in 1968. That's when Bob Gibson had a 1.12 ERA. That is impossible. But it was done that year in 68. Denny McClain also shared that with 1.96 ERA. And in 72, Steve Carlton of the National League with the Phillies then with 1.97. And Gaylord Perry of Seattle with a 1.92. Amazing stuff here when you can pitch and don't and allow your team to try to win the game. What a deal. The Pro Bowl. We're going back to football now, why we can here. The Pro Bowl voting. If you want to vote for your favorite Pro Bowl player or whatever it may be, that has started. Fans may now start voting for your favorite teammate on the 2019 Pro Bowl presented by Verizon on Sunday, January the 27th, 2019 at Campus World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Not in Hawaii like it should be. And I don't know why they're being punished, people in Hawaii. They go everywhere else to play football. They had to cancel a game in Mexico because of the doggone grounds. NFL knew there was some concerts going on. They knew it was a chance for failure, and yet it was. However, for the second consecutive year, the voting will run for 4 weeks. So you can begin voting today and conclude on maybe Thursday, December the 13th. Voting is available online and on what enable you to use your mobile phone by going to NFL.com/Pro Bowl vote. Period. Now, during the final 2 weeks, boys and girls, of the 2014 Pro Bowl voting, through the 29th through December the 13th, fans will also be able to vote directly on Twitter. Now, if you're a Twitter fan, this is a great advantage. If you're not, like I am not, you just won't give a doggone. Okay? All right, I'll just give that. You want to know about Twitter? Go to Twitter, and they'll probably get all the rules, regulations, and all the good stuff there. Huh? Blake Griffin looks very angry. He got just knocked down by Mr. Leonard, and I want to know who's taking the ball out. Toronto's taking the ball out after he got knocked down to the ground. Blake Griffin, I'm talking about, who basically took a kicking out the game. And with Toronto just now hit a three-pointer, and that really stings here. Uh, 95 to 88, the Pistons, okay? Let kind of wrap up the show here, but basically we're letting you know, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit more Friday, more exclusively maybe on Saturday here on the wrapping up of the fall coverage of the weekend with live video coverage and stuff there of high school sports. It's all around. But you can catch I'm quite sure you can catch the 11-man football playoffs and a whole lot of other little stuff around on your MHSAA pay to watch the game sites there, okay? But I'm just letting you know. So if you don't want to go and pay for all this stuff here, which yours truly is not, I think some of this bad boy should be free, especially when they're discounting with students and all this other good stuff here. I don't understand that one there. The semifinal and the finals girls volleyball this weekend. The Lower Peninsula girls swimming and diving. And 13 semifinal games of 11-man football playoffs. The semifinals. The winners will go to Ford Field this weekend. And we're talking about Saturday, too, because there's going to be games Friday and Saturday. So that's why we're going to do a show Saturday where we can dedicate who's going to the big dance next week after Turkey Day, after everybody's stuffed with turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce and macaroni and cheese, scalloped potatoes, those onion things with string beans, chitlins. I'm going to have some. How about that standing rib roast with that crusty doggone outside and that moist and tender beefy inside here? How about turkey? I haven't mentioned that yet here. Or some of you may be having Cornish hens. Whatever you're having, do you have room to have some football, high school pronunciation next Saturday and Friday and Saturday? I'm just letting you know. And also this weekend, boys and girls, my colleague Scott Nason and his son, and they're going to all skip to the my darling, and go up to the Upper Peninsula where they live and hit the bowl. Yes, they're going to hit the Lake Superior Bowl and see that 8-man contest for football. 2 great contests up there, Division I and II. One is Pickford and Maurice. That's at 11 o'clock. Division II, it'll be Rapid River and Okemos in Division II at the Marquette Superior Dome. Because that will be streaming live on Prep Zone and FoxSportsDetroit.com website and the Fox Sports app. So you can definitely get that for free. Definitely get it. Pistons are trailing by 1 with the ball. I don't know how to say this, but we're getting ready to go off the air. So I'll allow you to watch this fine game with about 5 minutes and some change left in the game. And I'll tell you right now, without further ado, I just got to do it here. Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Production, and the Pistons take the lead as we talk. 98-97 in Toronto. Wouldn't this be something if Mr. Casey can come home and get over and beat his former team that threw him out in the street after he wins the Coach of the Year award? These and other questions will be answered Friday on Butch On Sports, of course, here. And you catch Butch On Sports on Facebook. Go to Facebook, Butch On Sports. There it is. And also you can go to Podomatic, SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.podomatic.com. I'm so excited. Also to let you know, it's on the game show website here. Scott Nason's Game Show, where he has YouTube involved and Podbean.com, gameshow.podbean.com, and get Butch On Sports as well. And all their shows too, from the Sports Center Lounge, from the golf courses, from the beautiful restaurant there that, by the way, we won't be on this Monday, but we'll be doing our special online version of the game on Tuesday night next week. That ought to be something to wet your whistle on here, boys and girls, haven't it? Again, Butch On Sports is a presentation of my dollar production. The Pistons are leading with 5 minutes left in the game. Y'all go see it and go tell your friends here. Give Butch Sports a like on Facebook here. Do that. Could you do that for me, please? I'm done. Hey, have a great evening, everybody. If it's snowing there, shovel it.